Hi, welcome to Hotmart Tips. Are you a teacher or would you like to be one? Do you love teaching but don't know if you'd earn as much as you'd like? Well, don't worry. The good news is that your love for teaching and financial stability can go together. On this Hotmart Tips, I'm going to tell you how online courses have changed the lives of thousands of teachers and students around the world. And of course, I'm going to show you how you can take advantage of this opportunity to work online and take a new step in your professional life. But before we get to the tips, subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon to turn on your notifications because every week we have new content to help you work online and be successful. Well, you must have noticed that today there are many distance education platforms, and you surely have seen that many universities have invested in the creation of online courses, known as DE. In fact, according to educationdata.org, 32% of students in public institutions in the US have participated in DE to some extent. I'll leave the link here in the description in case you want to read it. In addition to universities, many entrepreneurs have already realized that DE is a reality and started to offer open courses on the internet. These courses are not formally accredited by the ministries of education in different countries and generally don't offer a diploma from university academic institutions when the student completes the course. However, this is not necessarily something negative. On the contrary, many students actually choose this alternative for various reasons. They usually have clearer, more specific and practical goals. There is barely any bureaucracy for the student to enroll, and generally they are financially more accessible. They also allow the student to study whenever and wherever they want. And they also offer a course completion certificate, which can be included on their CV. In short, online courses offer lots of advantages for students and also for teachers. And to help you make the decision to create your own online course, we have some excellent suggestions for you to start right now. Let's go! The first step is define the content you are going to teach. Are you already a teacher? Do you teach math, Spanish, history, geography, biology, English? That may be your market niche. But don't restrict yourself to this. Even if you're not a teacher, there is surely something you can teach. And if you are, you can also teach something different than what you're used to. If you teach geography, for example, but you have excellent knowledge about astrology, or you excel at watercolor painting, your online course can be about that. Or if you teach math and you like finances, you can teach about how to invest, for example. With different content options, you can make the most of your knowledge. But if the chosen subject is the one you're already used to teaching, you'll be able to make it even more complete. Everyone has a passion and a subject that they excel at and know how to teach. So, use your imagination and get ready to teach online what you really like. The second step is understand the profile of your students. Like in a classroom, you need to know who your target audience is and understand the needs and desires of your students. So, get moving and do your research. Think about how your online course can positively influence a person's life. If you're already a teacher, your research may be more specific. You can talk to your students, understand their questions and issues. You can also create questionnaires and understand the pain points of the students and the people around you. You can also talk to your co-workers and ask other teachers for suggestions. They can help you identify the real problems of students with whom you have no direct contact. Don't limit yourself to just students. You can also create teaching material for a different audience. The important thing is to define what audience you want to reach to create specific material that will appeal to them. I'll leave the link here to our blog with the step-by-step on how to create a buyer persona, which is a character that represents your ideal customer. It's definitely worth checking out. The link will be in the description, okay? The third step is segment the subject. The way a course content should be divided depends on its duration, but do remember to divide your content into interesting and complementary topics. Always keep in mind that people who take online courses are alone when they study, so make sure your classes are not boring. Create a course that people will be eager to read or watch. Don't create very long classes. If you're not sure about how long each one should last, 10 to 15 minutes is usually enough for each lesson. Remember to give practical examples and use your creativity to explain the content in the most engaging way possible. For example, if your online course is in the fashion and style niche, show different outfit combinations, use fashion show scenes, show your students how to choose clothes online, including interviews with designers. Be creative. Step 4 is dedicate a space for interaction with your students. This is a very important tip. Don't think for a sec that because the classes are online, you won't have contact with your students. It is very important to interact with them, so never forget to set aside a space in your course so that students can make questions. Another tip is to apply tests online so that your student can see what they have already learned in your classes. You can also offer complementary material for those who have a good test score. This can even encourage students to complete all the activities. And the last tip is choose the format of your classes. It is important to remember that the interaction in the online course is different from the in-person classroom because the students are not physically present in real time, right? Being an online teacher actually provides new forms of interactions, so you have the option to choose and try different techniques and approaches. There are several formats that you can use, for example, videos, ebooks, podcasts, and many others. All you need to do is see which is the best option for you and your students. And don't stick to just one format. Test, choose more than one option, and see if your audience prefers them and which one you like best. As you can see, it's quite possible to create an online course and teach online. Do you want to see real cases? Here on the screen is a link to Digital Makers, which tells true stories of people who have achieved their professional success creating online courses. And if you like this idea, the most important thing now is to get started. Create digital content, promote and distribute it, test the first module, even if it's free, just to get to know the market better, but get your idea off the ground. With the results of those tests, you can see what worked with your audience and what needs to be adjusted. And after the first try, I'm sure it will be a lot easier for you. What do you say? Are you in? If you want our help, I invite you to sign up for a free and complete course, Strategy and Tools, that teaches you about our tools and solutions for your digital product. The link is in the description, and see you on the next Hotmart tips. Show your students how to choose clothes online. Be creative. Being an online teacher actually provides new forms of interaction, so you have the option to choose and try different teaching techniques, create digital content, promote